Stadium in New Orleans, home to the Tulane Green Wave, and as this city likes to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Royals, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Royals offense takes the field. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Oh, everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Bowman.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Back to throw, it's Beebe. He makes the connection. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Looking to throw for it. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. The Royals send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He gets a block. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So Tulane's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Right back to the well. Still running at the 40. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. He wants to throw. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Discards a man. Touchdown, Tulane! He shed tackles right and left and housed him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Wants to throw. It's Beebe. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. To the air on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man downfield. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Quick strike complete. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun. Go get the quarterback.
Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas State managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one. Don't blame the weather there in San Marcos this week. These Bobcats are to blame for this one being so close. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Wide open downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Going up top. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
He looks that one in nicely. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big game. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Going to try to get it himself. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Still on the 35-yard line, they'll try it again on 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Caught over the middle. It's Smallwood. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
They'll leave it with the lone back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking downfield, it's Beebe. He uncorks one deep. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Trying play action. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. And the Royals decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Gaines. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
The quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Final play of the quarter coming. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? It's probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get rid of it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. He finally makes the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside is 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Fires into traffic, intercepted. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're at defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy. And
into the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Tulane. On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. New Mexico looked less like a pack of Lobos and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough at Albuquerque, and today they found a way outside of University Stadium. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the misfire, it's second down. Scanning the field, it's Beebe. Grabs it in the middle. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt up.
He's got it on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Royals are on the move.
Good enough for first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. And wings it incomplete.
Brings up second down.
Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sideline. It's Cousins. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Gets rid of it. He's right on target. Bulldozes him. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Makes a man miss. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Handoff from the gun. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball, I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his 2nd of the day, this one from 23. It's good. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Gaines. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's caught. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Tulane right back to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Makes the grab. Breaks the tackle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
On second down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hankerson. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
After the misfire now on second down. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. And it's caught. Touchdown, Green Wave. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 35-6. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the offense onto the field again. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, he'll let it fly. Touchdown, Green Wave! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you?
All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down in the 26. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll open the second half on the ground. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Motion from the offense. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unleashes one deep. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Going with the counter play here. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Gaines. Touchdown, Tulane! And the punishment has been extended.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Beebe. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smallwood. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Movement here from the tight end. Trying to find his man on first down. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live and dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
He's going for the big play. And it's caught inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving on the year for him.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Turning to the running game on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat them.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
Well, as a receiver, you know that ball's going to be coming in hot, right? QB throwing you a receiver screen. He's got to get it to you quickly. You just got to do a better job looking it in.
Third and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. Powers through. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the three. And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Just never had a chance. And he'll be brought down at the 24. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. The play action fake. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Back to throw, it's Beebe. Quickly complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Royals will try to pin them back with the punt. He's got great speed. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Inside the 30. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Green Wave! And the route is on. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Back to pass, it's Beebe. Finds his back in the middle. Oh, it's out! Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, and you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. Couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on 2nd and goal. On the ground. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Green Wave! And the pummeling has started.
You get down here in the red zone, and you get close to the end zone, and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back, he does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Beebe. Safe completion on the screen. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Royals will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. He'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll try the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding, offense.
amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. They'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
And he's got it inside the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down.
29 Philly, 2-9.
Hand off from the shotgun. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball into the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down. But nice job by the defender just getting his fingertip on the top of the football.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a lead.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Beebe. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Smallwood. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And the Royals line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
Now this offense is back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. Just gets rid of it before the heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Royals will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Makes a move. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few 1st downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. They want that clock to run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Quick completion to the right. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're just steamrolling the defense. Touchdown, Tulane! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And with that TD, this team's looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, this defense thought coming into this one they could get after the quarterback, but I'm not sure, guys, if they thought they'd have this much success. Everything they've dialed up has gotten home. They've got 6 sacks in this game.
Finds his man. It's Smallwood. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Fires to the right. Lost, the defense is wide open. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. They're going to throw it again. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. You can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play.